G'day viewers, hope you're all well out there and being kind to each other. Just wanted to come on quickly and share something with you that I've just recently witnessed or seen, which was very unusual. And as you know, I'm a keen observer of what goes on in the world around me, and make a note of things that are unusual, and I like to just document that. For the sake of other people out there who might be interested in what's going on around them, in perceptions of reality. And this world that we live in sometimes presents very unusual occurrences. And because I work in the hospitality industry and I'm sitting in front of a bank of CCTV camera screens, I see what's going on around the hotel, outside of the hotel, in some of the public areas in the street. And this morning, early hours of the morning, I noticed something that was very unusual, and it got my attention. I was just watching the CCTV cameras as usual, seeing people coming in and out of the hotel through the front reception doors, and noticing people outside in the street walking past certain parts of the hotel. And I noticed a person walking towards the entry doorway to the bar area, which was closed because it was very early in the morning this morning. And there was even a sign out in the window of the bar saying closed. But nonetheless, this person was walking towards the closed bar entry door early hours of the morning. And the way they walked was very deliberate, intentional, as though they were intending upon opening the door and gaining access to the bar area early hours of the morning when it was obviously closed. But beside the fact that they seemed to walk towards the door with the intention that they were going to walk through the door or be able to somehow open the door, I noticed something very strange. I noticed that the lower part of their body, their legs and their feet, appeared to be fluxing in and out of existence. Like, that's the only way I can describe it. Not like a ghost image of something, but as though something is there momentarily, then it's not there, then it's there again. So it sort of blinks into existence and out of existence. So it's a bit hard to explain that in any clearer terms. It's not, momentarily invisible, but only very momentarily, so that it actually sort of just kind of blinks out of visibility and then blinks back in, but very quickly, fluctuating between being visible and being invisible. That's what I noticed, that the lower half of their body was fluctuating between being visible and being invisible. So as though they were in some state of either, I would suppose, temporal or trans-dimensional flux. So as though their body existed either between time zones, not time zones, between actual time periods, points in time. So, like whatever the time is now, say it was midday. This person appeared to exist between midday, which was the current time, and say sometime when the bar was actually open. That would be a bad example because it normally would be open at midday. But let's say, okay, between 5 a.m. when the bar is closed and midday when the bar is open and functioning. So they were fluxing between those two points in time. That's what it appeared like. Is it possible? I don't know. But that's what it looked like. It looked like they were fluxing in and out of either existing in two different time periods or points in time, like a temporal flux, or a transdimensional flux. So existing in two different dimensions of reality, fluxing between two different dimensions of reality. So this dimension and an alternative dimension. Now, how those things are possible, I don't know, and it's only theoretical that those kind of things exist at all. That we're able to travel between points in time, or that we are able to travel to alternate dimensions. It's only theoretical. But from the theoretical knowledge that I have of these things, that is what it looked like was happening. It looked as though this person's body was in a state of either temporal or transdimensional flux. So theoretically, if they were fluxing between two dimensions or two different points in time, they would probably be able to walk through doorways. But just to add another twist to it, they got to the door and then stopped. Looked like they were about to open it, but then didn't attempt to gain access to it. Turned around and went back out again. Now that may be a normal behaviour, but it may not. It seemed possibly as though they were suddenly aware of the fact that they were being watched, that there was a CCTV camera in that area. That they had suddenly become aware of that fact and decided not to walk through the door, which was locked and closed, because they were being observed. And they thought, whoops, we don't want anyone to know that this is possible, or we can actually do this. But what on earth would allow them to do this? Was it a normal technology, or a technology that could theoretically exist in the future? Or was it some sort of demonic technology? So like a supernatural type of ability, or supernatural futuristic tech. I don't know, I can only speculate on that. But I call it as I see it. And what I saw was a person's body in a state of temporal flux, disappearing and reappearing, blinking in and out of existence. So there it is. I'll leave it with you to decide whether you believe that is possible or not, and what are the implications of that in this world that we live in. Is there future technology out there that enables people to walk through doorways that are closed, possibly even walk through walls, because they can fluctuate between one reality and another, or between one time point and another? It's scary, but food for thought. So God bless you all. Have a great day, and keep your eyes open. Keep watching and waiting to see what's going to happen in this world we live in, which is a pretty mixed up one at the moment. God bless you all.